It's your boy Sherm. Welcome to another episode of Thought Party. I'm Sherm.
Back.
Yes, we back. We
We
yeah.
back.
Man, like we were just talking about how it felt like it was forever when it was just
Man.
really 1 week.
1 week feel like 2 or something, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Glad to be back, man.
Absolutely. So let's get right into it, man. I feel like I think I'm just ready to go because it's been so long. I just feel like what I'm saying, I've been kind of just ready to do something. But before we jump straight in, we're gonna hit you with one of these black facts.
Black facts. Yo, so Miss Ola Hudson. You ever heard of her? You know who she is?
Nah, I can't care.
Okay, so she was an English fashion designer. She designed costumes for like Diana Ross and the Pointer Sisters and shit and David Bowie. She also is the mother of rock star Slash from Guns N' Roses. So that
Wow,
means she's a black woman also. So,
it's crazy.
I never knew that until like a few days ago, maybe. That came past my radar and I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's a black fact. So I had to bring it to y'all, man, in black facts, man.
Absolutely. You always educate me, man. I be feeling like I know a lot, and you come in with some stuff from left. I'm like, yo, I'm tripping.
Yeah, right.
It's
Hey, but
always
you do the same for me. So I'll be like, damn, I didn't know that. So yeah.
All right, yeah, bet. So this week, I want to dive into something that's been. I don't do shit that's from the news or whatever, but I think it's something that we can probably discuss in even further details in just this podcast. So definitely gonna be hitting y'all up for y'all responses for this. But the question this week is: can you be racist with biracial kids? And where that came from was, of course, the news we see with Meghan and Harry, um, which also kind of expanded the question for me to: can a family be racist? Can the white side of the family still be racist with black? You know what I'm saying? But also, it's because it's easy or easier, I guess, for a parent to love their kid regardless or whatever. But I think sometimes with biracial kids, they get caught in the middle of this. I'm half this and half that, and you try to decide. It's an identity thing. Of course, I don't deal with it, but I do have a biracial daughter. So I was like, why? What do you feel like? And her words were they were kind of impactful, but it wasn't something I think was broad enough for everyone. So I wanted to get an idea of what everyone thought and um what place people were in that space. So man, what you think about that, bro?
Um, to answer the question, can you be racist and have biracial kids? I mean, I feel like yeah. I feel like it's really tough. It's kind of weird. It's more on a weird standpoint. Like maybe they just have a fetish for whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever the other race is or some shit. But like I feel like yeah, I feel like people set people up for stuff like that, like, like just to have kids off of them or just to do whatever, like get money off of them, use them for whatever it is. It's more so the parents I see. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like the parents will be more so like on the royal family type shit. Like I see that more than um a white girl being racist to her black boyfriend or vice versa. But like I feel like it's more so on the parents, man. The parents be like, yeah, I'm not. They'll disown their daughter or disown their son because they rocking with somebody that's black or rocking with somebody that's white. Um, I feel like love is blind, so you can't really tell like nobody who to love or who you should love or whatever like that. Everybody has their preferences and everybody has their vibes, so you can't really go off of just like, oh, well, you shouldn't do this and do that. But like, I mean, it is what it is. Love is love, and if you gonna love or disown your kids because they messing with somebody of the other race, man, race is deeper than that to me. Like it's way deeper than just race, because like you disowning your whole kid to just be like, yeah, I can't rock with you, man, and
Yeah,
that's crazy to me. Like that don't make no type of sense.
no, it don't. It really don't, man. And I've always looked back at um past relationships I had to kind of try to grow from it, because I feel like if you don't, I heard it someone say once, and I kind of embedded it into how I operate, is that they was talking about how we get so uh attached to like cars and shit. And I hate to blend it. I'm about to mess up how they said it, but this is how I had to process it in order for me to start thinking about it in a different way. So ultimately, they were saying people get focused on cars and they go to Carfax, but people don't go to like the exes and be like, what did I do wrong, or what did
Mm.
you know what I'm saying, like what caused this not to work. And I'm not in a position to be dealing with the ex I had was, I don't really trust the feedback I would get, but so I had to sit back and kind of self-reflect in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And what that caused, or what that kind of rippled into, is me realizing like there's a piece of me that really was hiding from black culture, I think, because of just how I was hurt prior, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And it wasn't necessarily I'm about to go find me a white girl to be with, but it was like everybody who I was dealing with hurt me. Every black woman in my life hurt me. It wasn't like this black queen thing that we doing now. It was just completely just not the case in my particular life.
Mm-hmm.
So it, taking that and kind of putting it back into the question, it becomes this: was I racist against black women in my particular life? Is that why I went that direction? And do I dislike the black woman part of my child? I guess is how I would say that. And it was like, yo, like, damn, like I would never like disown my kid, nothing like that. I love my child, but
Mm-hmm.
it still was like, damn, like, is there a part of her that I dislike
That's
because of,
deep.
you know what I'm saying? So
Man,
yeah, it was
that's
something that
deep. I mean, I feel like it's only racism if like you put yourself out of it. Like I ain't fucking with no more black girls. Like that's it. They cut off, man. I'm finna go woo woo. Like people joke about it, or you might joke about it and be like, "Oh man, I'm finna go find me a white girl, man." Woo woo. But like at the end of the day, like I don't think it's racist unless you're like, yeah, I don't fuck with black women at all. Fuck them.
mhm,
Like that's when it's like, okay, bro, you tripping. But if like
right,
that's just what I'm into. This is my vibe. Like we just vibe. We be in the same places. We like the same things. We talk about the same shit. We relate on the same thing. So like that's what it is. That's how we linked up. It ain't on no, oh yeah, I'm not trying to find no black girl at all type shit.
right. Yeah,
So
that's
like, I
definitely
mean,
not where I'm at.
that's a deep what you were saying with your daughter. Like if that was the case, then I mean, you probably would have to look at yourself and be like, damn, do I hate my daughter for being a black woman?
Mm,
Like, or do I hate my mom? Or you know what I'm saying, for being a
right.
black, like that shit crazy. So like, I don't know. That's deep, bro. Like when you were saying that, I was just like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I get to my I get to my head too deep sometimes, man. I need somebody to come grab me out the depths, man. But yeah, but it was mainly because, as a father, I try to love my child as much as possible.
Right.
So I want to make sure there's nothing in my way for me, because it's easy to be like, oh well, her mom is this and her mom is that. Woo, woo. But I'm too grown for that. So I'm like, what's going on in me that could have caused whatever? Because ultimately, people don't think about this side. They think about kids being just just made from two different people. But people also don't really think about um, the mindset, I guess, that you develop as a, I don't even know how to say it, bro. But like, how kids just be like somebody. Like, you ever seen your daughter and she do something just like the mom dude? Like, dang, like
Mm-hmm.
you didn't even have to be told how to do that.
Right.
It's just in you. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
It's
Like,
just,
that's what I'm
yep.
trying to say.
Yeah.
So it's like,
People say I walk just like my dad. Like,
for
and
real,
I don't necessarily remember him being like, hey, you walk like that. I guarantee he didn't. It didn't never went like that.
right,
It's just like it picks up. Like my brother walked the same way.
right.
I walk the same way. It's just like
It's just
uh
in us. It's
yeah,
just
it's
in
just
us.
a genetic thing. Like it's my daughter do so many things that her mom, like her and her mom, the same person.
Hmm.
Like I swear they are. Like you can't tell me no difference. Only is an age different. Like they get mad at the same things. They get sad at the same thing. They react damn near similar. You know what I'm saying? My wife just older, so she ain't gonna cry about as much as my daughter would. You know what I'm saying? Or not
Right.
understand. She gonna understand more than that. But like to me, they spit an image. They the same person, walk the same, talk the same, laugh the same, all that. So
That's
like,
that's dope when you in love with the person you with,
yeah.
but it's hard
I feel you.
when you left the person because of some of the stuff, and then you see your child doing that thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to dig deep into, okay, what can I fix? Because one day my daughter may come to me and say, yo, dad, I was dealing with this, or I'm dealing with that, or just may naturally, just be doing something. And I'm like, yo, I was doing that, or, just whatever. Or, what I'm saying? Like I can get, I don't want to unravel every single aspect or whatever, but at the end of the day, your child is your child. So that goes back to the racist thing. If black people are kind of innately a certain kind of way, or white people a certain kind of, and it's generalized, we have to generalize to some extent to kind of get our point across. But um, if I seen something she was doing that was quote unquote white, and I disliked it and I also disliked it because her mom or whatever, is that something that's in me that is going to love my daughter less in some way, shape, or form because she's doing something that I don't like?
I mean, you just got to learn to separate it. I don't feel like it's gonna affect you just because like it is what it is, but like she's in that situation. Y'all put her in that situation. You know what I'm saying? She was born into that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And being that y'all co-parenting or whatever, is like it just makes it that much like, okay, like she gonna do stuff that you don't like. She gonna do shit that her mom don't like. But like you can't just be like, man, I hate you for that. I hate you for that. Why you do that? You just like your mama, man. I
Yep.
hate that shit. That's when you
Yep.
start spewing your hate for that other person or your whatever you want to call it. Hate is a strong word, so I wouldn't use that shit. But like when you like feel so deeply about somebody, it's like, yeah, I don't fuck with them. So like, why you doing that? Why you do that? But like, what you got to realize is that's her mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like,
Yep.
so like, she ain't gonna see her like she see how you see her. She's gonna be like, that's mom though. Like, what you mean? Like, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing about me, like, I ain't never gonna let my dad talk about my mom, and I ain't never gonna let my mom talk about my dad. That's
Mm-hmm.
period. I'm gonna be like, yeah, all right, chill out, y'all tripping.
Right.
Like, I ain't here for that. I ain't finna listen to y'all do that.
Mm-hmm.
Not on that.
That's
So
dope,
like,
man.
basically, you just gotta separate it, man. Because I done been there when my mom mad at me. It's like, oh, you just like your daddy. You look like, you know what I'm saying? So I know it's like a psychological thing that we're just like, oh, like it's a trigger. It
Mm-hmm.
is. You know what I'm saying? So like it's something deep down that you gotta tap into, man. Like it might need therapy type shit. You just might need to let it go, write it down, and let it all go. Like it's deep though, because like it's definitely a trigger for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if you don't take the time to figure out where you are with that kind of thing, then it can
Mm-hmm.
be a situation that's going to cause you to need therapy and whatever. And I think
Right.
therapy should be there. It's a little bit more seemingly isolated to people who are more outwardly dealing with something. But I think a
Mm-hmm.
lot more people need it than than what people are like allowed to be known, because
Right.
there's some psychological things that are sometimes subconscious, and that's the tricky part, is because it's not always somebody schizophrenic or somebody who was abused as a child or whatever. Sometimes it's like things that are just a little bit more commonly, especially now because everything's a meme. Once they make
Right.
it a meme, people start laughing at it, and once they start laughing at it, they stop taking it serious. So then they don't nobody go get no help. I seen some shit today on Twitter about um at least this depression gives me a good taste of music or something like that, and I was like,
Damn.
why is that? You know what I'm saying? And people was loving that tweet. It was damn near viral. And I'm like, yo, like what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not cute. Like a lot of people are dealing with this. A lot of people died today probably
Right.
because of
From
that shit. You
depression.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I don't want to get too much into mental health. If y'all got something y'all need to work through, definitely go get some help. I'm not saying don't get help. I'm not saying to not get it. Whatever. That's not what. I ain't no doctor. I will say though that there's a lot. I would say definitely take it serious if you feel like you got something going on. At least if nothing else, get it checked out, um,
Thanks.
and work on that. But back to what I was saying, that kind of solidifies that part of it. I also want to get into when I seen the Harry and Meghan thing. I don't know if you seen the interview they put out, or just at least the
No,
clips.
no, I
Okay,
wasn't really fucking with it. But like you could just peep around Instagram and figure out what's going on for real, for real. But yeah,
precisely. Yeah.
I know, I know what you're talking about. But
Right. So just in case y'all don't know, just briefly, I can't remember if it's Prince Charles or Prince Harry. I always get them confused. I ain't
I
from
think it's
there.
Harry.
Yeah. So Harry and Meghan, they was together in the palace, whatever. They left because they had a kid that was biracial. I think Meghan
I
is.
don't even think the baby here yet, bro.
Oh no,
Like the
he's here.
parents is tripping about. Okay,
Oh wait, no, there's two. I see what you're saying. They were tripping on both though.
okay.
But yeah, I was like, wait. Now you had me thinking for a
He was
minute. I was like, oh
tripping on
shit.
one. Like there's like this baby be dark. He ain't gonna be
Yes.
here. That shit crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what they was actually, it was the thing about how dark his skin was going to be. And they said, according to Megan, I'm not saying she lying, but I don't know both sides of the story. But this is what she was saying. She said that they was talking to her husband about concerns about how dark the skin was going to be, and also that the baby was not going to be protected at all, which is
Mhm.
crazy because in that position, why would you not protect the kids? Like
Right.
that don't make no sense. So that was a big thing. A lot of it was about the racial treatment that they was getting, or Mega's treatment specifically, but also in addition to that, the racist aspect. Now I was thinking too, like when you go into especially something like that, the two families emerge, like they are not emerge, but they merge together. So now it's kind of one big ass family, but half of it's black, half of it's white, and it's what makes that even. I don't want to pinpoint their situation because that's very specific, but part of half of their shit is royal, literally, and other are just like, I guess, kind of not. I mean, they are because of Meghan, but
Right.
putting all that aside, what does someone do when you're? Because I've dealt with it too. What do you do when a family is kind of trying to split the child into a white side and a black side of their personality, and kind of like, well, you are pretty much white on the outside, or black on the outside, white on the inside, kind of thing. Like, what do you like? How do you handle that? Like,
And
I
you
don't even
just
know.
try to find a personality. I wouldn't like stray away and be like, hey, don't do that. That's some white shit. That's some white people shit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Or don't do that. That's some black people shit. Like I wouldn't do that. Just like let them catch up on what they want to catch on with. If they want to grow up and be white or act white, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. If they want to grow up and be involved in the culture and they black culture and be heavy on that, it is what it is. You can't really um it's not really fair to just be like, oh yeah, don't do that, or you can't do that, or I don't want you doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. It's their culture. Like
I
they
think
kids, they all innocent in this shit. They ain't
that's
asked to be
true.
here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's just like, bro, how you gonna tell me you already brought me in this mug and
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell is going on, but then you gonna tell me, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. That's white people shit. And
Mm-hmm.
if I do this, I ain't black enough. I ain't down enough if I don't do this. So I gotta do this. And if I do this, then I'm just a nigga. We
Right.
like, and it's crazy.
Yeah. I
Like,
think. Yeah. You right. You did. That's right too. But I think it makes it difficult when people don't separate it. Like you were talking about separation earlier. Like when you saying those things because you feel like that's part of their upbringing, or you feel like that's you raising them,
mm-hmm,
it becomes difficult to be like, just don't do it. Because if it's almost like you saying, don't raise your like if you're telling them not to do something because you're trying to prepare them for the world, I guess,
mm-hmm,
then it's difficult because it's like, I know that this is prime, and this is goes back to this question is so big because it's there's different aspects of why we think certain things are white and certain things are black,
mm-hmm.
which that's what is really the core of what needs to be dealt with, I think. But for right now, there is certain things that are looked upon as white and certain things that are looked upon as black. And telling the child, especially teaching them young, that don't do this because that's white or don't do this because that's black. You're telling them that because you want to protect them if it comes to certain behaviors, like not everything, like
Mm-hmm.
sagging or like shit like that. I'm not talking about, but it's more like, I don't even know, like blowing up. Like black women have a narrative of always going off or never taking
Right. The
shit from
angry
nobody.
black woman. Right.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you stand up for yourself too hard and you mix,
Right. You
it's
don't want to
like,
be the angry black woman, so
hmm
just don't say shit. Like,
right. And
yeah.
then at that point you have to pick a side, which at that point, even, and I wish we had someone who is biracial to be here, kind of speak on that, but we'll send it out to the people and try to get a hold of some
Mm-hmm.
people who can speak on it a little bit more with from experience. Because I'm just kind of talking logically. To me, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it would be at that point a choice and who
Right.
you want to be as a person. Like, do I
Yeah,
want
you
to?
either the angry black woman or you Karen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like, and
yes,
it's like,
exactly.
damn, like, do I like it's what do I say? What do I not say? What do I like? Do I react? Do I do something? Like, I don't know. That's
Man.
crazy.
And I think that it becomes when you're a child, you want to please your parents. So you're not looking at it like, black people this, but you just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do this, okay, don't do that, or do this or do that. That'd be like me trying to bring my daughter over here and make her do all this black shit. Like, not saying that I don't teach her about everything that black culture and all those shit. I don't want to trust nobody else to do that besides me in the particular equation I'm speaking of. But also, I don't do that to try to get the white out of her or
Right.
make her more of a black person than she is a white
You do that
person.
because that's what you know. That's what you into. So when she come over, she gonna rock with you and be on whatever you on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
And
that's
that goes,
just so
yeah,
happens to be black culture.
precisely. And what's dope, it goes back to, we kind of talking full circle, is that goes back to what we were saying about how kids just have stuff in you, because there was some stuff that she brought up. She was at school, unbeknownst to me, she came out the blue, was talking to me about RGB, talking about she was at school reading about her. I didn't tell her to go do that. I didn't say, when you get free time, go look up black people this or black people there, or what folks did for black people, or look up. She was listening to Martin Luther King before I even talked to her about it. And I didn't
That's
know.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
crazy.
I did not teach her to go do that. I didn't tell her to go do it. Her mom didn't say shit. She just was interested in that culture. And I'm all for her mom. Her mom's all for it too. So it ain't like me and her beefing, but it was just definitely like a wow. Like, it just kind of showed me at that point again that reemphasized the fact that my child just is my child, because I love
Right.
learning, I love reading, I love educating myself on that too.
Mm-hmm.
Which I just didn't think she was old enough to understand that kind of thing, because I always go straight up the truth too. I would have told her that they killed him and all this other shit, and she was kind of young at the time, so I wasn't ready to have that conversation with her, but she was ready
Right.
apparently. So
Right. Yeah, they know about it. They hear little things, and you'll be surprised how interested they are at that type of shit.
yeah,
For
all
sure.
day.
And the research they own, that's good, bro. That's real nice.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the technology too, man. They can really
For
just pull up
sure.
anything now.
Just even just say it and just be like, hey, who is this
Hmm.
person? Hey, pull it
Yeah.
all up.
Her favorite movie is Harriet Tubman. I'm not trying to make this about my child, but I'm just being real with you. Like,
Man,
her
bigger
favorite,
up, man. Fuck that. Bigger up.
yeah, for real. But yeah, her favorite movie is Harriet Tubman, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't tell her to act like that. I didn't. She loves the songs from it. She loves the movie. I got her on her phone. I brought it and put it on her phone so she can watch whenever she wants. It's like shit like that. So it's also, I'm kind of saying that to say, I think there's some fear aspect. There's a lot of, because I've heard a lot, and I guess I should have kind of said this before. Let me back up just a bit. I've heard a lot of black men, like you was talking about fetishes and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that shit's for real. I think some people
Yeah.
just do want to have mixed kids. And I
Mm-hmm.
should have hit on that a little bit more, because I do know a few black people I talked to that feels like, oh, she just wanted a mixed child because mixed children are pretty or something like that, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yeah, I've heard shit like that before. And now that you
Hmm.
saying that, like I've heard people saying like, "Oh, we make a cute baby." Like, da-da-da-da. I've heard people say that to other people, and like in passing and shit like that. Yeah, that shit is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a fetish for black men to just be like, "Yeah, man, I love tagging these white girls, man." Like,
Hmm.
ooh, like,
Yeah.
but like, it's probably even more deeper for like people to be like, "Oh man, I love just having. I want to have a baby by a white girl because she'll be well taken care of, and whatever the case is." It's just
Hmm. Good credit and shit
like
like
if that
that.
if that yeah, if you using it for that, then like you know what I'm saying, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. But as much as I want to be like, oh, wouldn't nobody do that? Gee, it's out there.
Man, it's out there. They out
Yeah.
there for sure. That's
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think there's a lot to discuss, man. I really want y'all to kind of reach out and let us know what you feel, because I know this topic can be kind of expanded. Different pieces of what we've discussed can be expanded on in different parts. So please let us know what you think. I'll put this up on IG. The IG is at the underscore party underscore, or sorry, at the underscore thought underscore party, right? And then the Twitter is the at underscore party. Definitely drop us some comments. You'll see the post. I'll get them up there. Definitely let us know what you think. Um, and this is a topic that I feel like is a little bit more of a divider, but that's not our goal here. We just want to definitely just discuss this or whatever like that. So don't be in there arguing. Don't be in there fighting people in the comments, bro. Like
Right.
it's
Just
not.
join the party, man. Everybody come through, get your thoughts together, man,
Yeah,
and just have a nice dialogue and educate us. Cause like we said, we can't relate necessarily. We speaking off logic and shoot. We want to know firsthand on how it really is. You know what I'm
facts.
saying? I'm just
Yeah,
speaking on how I think it would go or how I think I would feel, but I can't imagine how that is
right.
to be like to live in real life and in real time. So give us your feedback, man. Join the party. You
Please,
feel me?
yes, join the party for sure. Um, you got something? You got something you want to say to the people before we dip out?
No, just tune in next week. Binge us if you ain't heard all the episodes. Still go back and listen to old episodes and give us feedback on those. Touch on those topics and questions as well, man. Just get with us. I'm Nicholas Ruler on Instagram. So follow me there and tap in.
Right on. Yeah, I'm sure on everything. You already know what's up. Definitely be on the lookout for a website too. I'm trying to get a platform together so y'all can come through, have one central spot to meet up. So definitely be on the lookout for that. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I'm working on it right now. Got the domain situated, everything's good. I just gotta get it built up. So be on the lookout for that. So yeah, thank you for everything. Don't forget to uh leave us a review if you like this, if you like what's you being heard. Definitely leave us some on Apple um podcasts and Spotify. We on there too. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.